Looks like it.
Okay,
We're back
it's
in
working.
order.
All right. So do you want to?
Do we need to do a roll call again?
Would you mind calling us to order, and we'll do the roll call again?
Okay. And so we changed time. Okay. We'll officially call the meeting to order on March 9th at 1:54.
Okay, and the roll call: Bonnie Lynn Babb,
Present.
Suzanne Miles,
Present.
Norman Van Manen,
Present.
Joyce Anderson has asked to be excused, and also present Barbara Jones, municipal clerk.
Nina Mangini, Review Board Team Lead.
Zach Diego, election coordinator.
Good. Great. Now we proceed to there is no old business, so we proceed to new business at hand.
Okay, so the new business, if I can get this mouthful out,
Yep.
is that we are going to review the Wren Lane by mail special service street light service area special election.
There you go.
Okay. And what I've got some materials for you to review. Your job today is to make a decision about the rejected ballots. And so I thought you might want to see what you had done last year. And so this is your report from last year from the Election Commission. And so your report that we'll need to prepare, it'll look just like this, except it'll have the correct dates. And then you need to declare which by mail ballots should be rejected. And so, as you can see, there are lots of reasons for rejecting ballots here: registered too late, duplicate, doesn't meet certification, postmarked after Election Day, which we will be talking about shortly,
Okay.
and all of these other reasons. And then the way we've done it in the past, as Bonnie Lynn knows, is that we group the ballots together, and then you vote on the category of ballots.
Oh.
So there's 48 with the voters registered too late, and then there's a motion and a second, and then you make a decision. As we were chatting about a little bit before you got here, Suzanne, in the past, the commission has not voted unanimously to reject all of the ballots in the group. They have bifurcated the group at times, and there has been a vote against rejecting the ballots and other votes in favor. So
how do you prevail? You go majority on that? Or?
it is a majority. So that is up to the commission. And what we had been chatting about was, as a result of that, we changed the code to make one area not rejected. So that's what we're going to do, and then we will, as you can see at the bottom, the clerk sends a notice of ballot rejection to the voters whose ballots were rejected. All right? So
Right.
this is what your report is going to look like. Then we will move on to Wren Lane. So the by-mail review team did the review of the ballots. We opened the ballots. Election Day was on last Tuesday, and last Friday the ballots were kept in the vault at City Hall, and we brought all of the ballots as well as the returned ballots. So some of the ballot packages that went out were returned to us, and the clerk's office will be doing a report to the assembly about that. The good news is that we had almost a 35% return from
good.
voters
That's
in the by-mail election, so that was very good.
About 3%.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the tape. It has, as you're familiar with, at the polling locations, it has Nina Mangini's and Cindy Hawkins, our other by-mail review team, signature on it. There were a total of 79 ballots mailed, and those were the people that were in the streetlight service area. And as you can see from this tape, which we'll pass around, there were 29 ballots cast. There were 8 yes votes and 21 no votes. So I will pass that around for you.
That's pretty discouraging, though. All that trouble that you go for the mail-in ballots and you only get like 30-something% rate.
Actually, we're very happy with that.
Yeah,
We've been
a lot
getting a
better,
lot
lot
lower,
better than what it was.
Our regular
Oh, that's
election, it's between 19 and
God, that's so
30% is,
I
I'm
think our
encouraged by
big
that.
deal was when they had the runoff. We got up to 32%. But
Yeah.
the first election was, what, 23%?
It's like we won't have too many challenges to review then.
right.
This is good practice.
Okay, very good. Certified conducted in accordance with the laws of the state. Good. Very good.
Okay, so of those, of the ballots that were returned, you can see there were 29 that were counted. There was one that was not counted at this time. It's in this envelope, and the review team made a decision not to count it because the postmark is March 1st.
Oh.
All right?
And what?
And the election was February 28th,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And so, as you know, the code says it must be postmarked on election day.
Correct.
So I will pass that around for you to look at.
One thing nice about it, it's not going to determine the vote one way or the other, so that helps.
Nina, I'll have you take that. Okay?
It's very clearly postmarked there.
Was that the only question that there was?
So I was going to have, we received 30 ballots back out of the 79 that were mailed, and this is the only one that the review team, which Nina is the team lead on, made a decision that is what we call potentially rejected. And then I'm going to have Nina give you a couple more details, and then you will vote on this. Okay?
Do you want me to tell about the two that were switched?
Mhm.
So another thing we do is when we get the envelopes, we look at the voter's signature and compare it to the label on the front.
Right.
To make sure that the right person did vote that. We found two ballots where two members of the same household switched. And in this instance, it was the husband used the wife's used the husband. We hold those aside until we get them both in, and then we make sure that at least the one who voted didn't also be their own witness. So we were able to match those two up, and we will count those, give those a full count.
No problem with that.
It's not unusual.
No, it's not. It's not. And then we had 6 undeliverable ballots, and that means they were mailed the ballot voting material, and it came back to us because it's not able to forward that type of material. We had 4 voters that moved and 2 that were temporarily away.
So if they're temporarily away, isn't it usually delivered and they just don't?
This
Back?
ballot materials cannot be forwarded. So it says so on the envelope
Right.
that the post office will not forward them. It gets returned to us.
Oh, so if
So if they're
someone is not
forwarded, you
home
won't
at
do
that,
They,
because I
if they're on,
mean, you get your mail and you might not. I'm not good at taking it in every day. It might be a day or two before I get my mail
okay,
in.
so that's not the problem. It's the people that have put their mail as forwarded.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe out of snowbirds or whatever.
Right, okay,
Or
okay.
they're on vacation and they're asking it to be forwarded to another location.
Okay, fine.
Those
Thanks.
cannot be forwarded.
Right.
Now, if somebody lived at that house and took the mail, and they had a person collecting it every day that forwarded it to them, that's not our
That's
doing.
uncontrollable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Got it clear.
So
There
that
you go.
is basically
Okay, then
our
I'm ready to
report you.
entertain a motion that we reject the one ballot. You
I
move
second
it?
the motion.
Would you like to second it?
Second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Unanimous vote.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, and now we're through, so we adjourn the meeting.
You are through. The question that I need to prepare a report for you, it's going to look just like this,
Okay.
except it's going to say ballot postmarked after election day, and there's going to be one. and then I'm going to need your signatures here.
Okay.
So the question that I have for you, would you like me to do that right now? Or would you like to wait until we need to do it by March 21st is the assembly meeting? But then I'd have
We're
to
here,
get you
we have
back
plenty of
together.
time.
We're here.
Wait.
Let's go ahead and do it
Okay.
if that's okay. If you've got the time to do it now.
That is okay.
Okay, then we'll declare the meeting adjourned and we'll sign the paper.
Well,
Or can we do that?
I think, I think I need to recess you
Okay.
because you're going to have to vote on the report after you see the report.
Makes good
Will
sense.
that be okay?
Sure.
Okay.
I
So-
declare we're in recess then.
All right. Announcement is
Okay. The recess is now over.
So here is a draft report for the commission. I'll start with the chair. You can look it over, make sure everyone agrees to the report, and then after you all agree to it, you could have a motion to accept the report and a second, and then if you vote, and then we can, then you can sign it.
Yep. Okay, would you like to move to accept it?
I so move.
Second?
All right. And since we're only the three of us, I would vote in favor as well, so it's unanimous.
Great.
And it has carried. And we will now sign it, and then we will declare the meeting adjourned.
Correct.